Today we are going to learn how to scrape different leads from LinkedIn, but using a method which is really different. We're going to go and gather all of the leads from Google. So for example, right now, if you go and search inside Google about CEOs in automotive industry, usually you're going to get a lot of lists from LinkedIn. We are going to go and scrape that and get all the information. For us, it's really important to get phone number, to get email, because we're going to send them mass emails, or we're going to write custom emails, and we're going to call them. Anybody who opens the email, we just call them. So that's how we generate most of the leads for the business. And today I'm going to go into detail on how we do it, and I'm going to show you an automation through which we are going to automate this. So yeah, I hope you're excited, and now I'm going to share my screen and let's go into detail. So right now you can see on my screen, this is the automation on N8N. Right now, initially it starts always with a chat message because that's how we are initiating this. And then we are making an HTTP request, as you could see in Google API. And then from there, we are gonna go and we are gonna have a sheet where we are gonna save all of this information. We're also going to have images, LinkedIn, name, title, all of that information. This information is important for us because then we're going to use this information, use another tool, get email, get phone numbers. I'm also going to tell you exactly what the next step is going to be, but first it's important for us to get this information out. Here it's really important. As you could see, we are getting CEO Automotive United States and we are searching for LinkedIn. So this is, we are going inside Google and we are exactly gathering this information because we want to sell our AI services to CEOs from automotive industries. Now, if I add this inside Google, you can see that all of these people appear here. And we are going to get all of these inside the sheet. As you can see inside the sheet, we have exactly the same people. We've got their LinkedIn, we know how to contact them now on LinkedIn. So all of this process is going to be automated. Now, before we run this, let's clean all of this up. And now we are going to click on open chat and we are going to just write hi, HY. And then it runs a request. It is going inside the code, then it is waiting for a certain time to wait between APIs, and then it's appending the row in the sheet and then running some of the if clauses in there. This whole automation, and it keeps on running, obviously, because it's a loop that we are writing. See, look at this. And now, right now, you can see all of these have appeared inside this Google sheet. This is the append row in sheet. And now we're going to go and we're going to build this all from scratch. This is extremely valuable. As you can see, we're going to start with a chat node, as you could see here. So we've got this chat trigger. We just properly add this here. And now we are gonna, when the chat message is received, we could just run a message to see if everything is working. And then after that, we are gonna go out there and we are gonna write edit field. This is where we are setting up different fields and we are doing manual mapping of different key value structure. This is the information that is useful for us from the chat that we just wrote. So here we are just writing index, current status index. This index is the only thing that we are gonna pass forward. It's gonna be a number, as you can see, because we are running a loop. So it starts with 1, but because we're going to run a loop, that's why index is important. Now we are going to specify another number property, which is going to be max pages. So you have to inform them how many pages do you want to save. So because this is coming automatically from Google, so we want to make sure that we are just searching 10 or a specific number of pages, because Google is anyways otherwise going to block you. Now we go in there and we run our HTTP request with this node, and here, as you can see, we are gonna set up some query parameters. This is where we're gonna inform what is the information that we are looking for, that we should go inside Google and actually search for. Yeah, here we have to add the URL. This is saved from googleapis.com, customer search v1. This API is publicly available, you can get it. This is the customer search API that Google provides itself. This is directly trying to access the records from Google. We've gotten key value here. We just added it. I'm going to go into detail on exactly how we got it, but key value in order to authenticate. CX, we got this, and Q. This is also appended as part of the request. CEO, Automotive United States site, linkedin.com/in. You can add many other things which are out there. You can choose for your specific niche if it is debt collection or whatever exactly it is. So you could just specify it, and this is also the place where we're passing on the index ID, because obviously I told you we're going to index all of it properly. We're going to have an index, and then index gets appended, so that's really important for this HTTP request which is there. Now if you go inside Google Cloud, because it's super important how to access this, I want to show you how to get this API. Obviously we've got the customer search. If you're a customer search API, as you can see, custom search API, we're just gonna click on it and manage. This is the place where we are gonna go and gather the API key here, and once in the credentials that you see, because we've already set these up, and create credentials. So we could just set up an API key, and then we just have to, after this API is created, we just have to enable that service. This API key, you just saw it. We're going to delete this after this video, but this is the one that is going to be used. Also, we have to say, we have to create all search engines. We have to create a URL exactly which we are going to use, which is important for us. This information could be anything, any engine that you want to create. What exactly are we searching for? So all of that information has to go in there. Because Google, you have to specify exactly any search request that you're creating with this API, so that they're properly informed about this. Search the entire web. So we are exactly specifying if you want to search for a page, what exactly are you searching for. And as you can see, we've gotten this ID, CX. This ID is important, and we are going to copy that, and this is something that we have to pass as parameter. As you saw, this is where we got this information. This is not what I decide. This is from Google, how they want to set up this whole process. And now we are going to just execute this step to just see if everything is working properly. We convert it into JSON just to see if the JSON format is proper. We saw that we got already the responses that we were looking for. And now we are going to try to parse it a bit inside the code section. So we've got this whole information, but not all of that is important for us. So we're just gonna write some code. I'm going to share that inside the description of this video, where we are going to just be parsing all of it. It's super simple to parse any of this JSON. You can give it to ChatGPT, and it's going to get you exactly the information that you're looking for. As you can see, this is the whole code. You're specifying the language, and then we execute this step, and let's see what is the output that we get. So now the output that we are getting is name, table, link. So we are getting it in a very clean format. So initially we had like a lot of data, and now with the code to node, we have been able to completely make sure that it is properly parsed and clean. Then we are going to set up a specific wait time, because when we are trying to go between pages and pages, we don't want to overload Google or Google to stop us. That's why between your requests, it's super important to just have a wait parameter, that it is waiting for some time. You could see that it was wait amount, how much time you were trying to wait. That is really important in between all of these requests. So first, input, output, the only difference is wait. Because if you're scraping properly, they're going to come after you. So you have to be careful what you do. So right now we are also now adding the Google Sheet, because we want to save all of that information. And we are right now inside Google Sheet. We're taking all of that data. We are selecting a document. This Google Sheet is already connected to my, as you can see, because I'm getting this. So it's connected to my Google Drive. There's another video which we are going to share, which we have already created on this channel on how to get the Google ones. But right now we're just looking at this sheet. With the name of the sheet is LinkedIn, and then we have got sheet 1 here. And now we are specifying what information. So from there we could just drag and drop. As you can see, we are getting after the wait. So we are waiting for this information. because it takes some time. Another reason why we add wait is also because it takes some time to pass all of that information and get that information. So right now we just copy and we start dragging and dropping. I love this part about N10. It makes it significantly easier compared to other tools, rather than setting up all the setters and getters that you do usually in programming. If you're coming from that background, you know how tedious that could be. So yeah, look at that. When we execute this step, it comes out properly. When we want to see the schema, it's like name, title, index, all of that is properly saved. And you can see from the first page, this is the information. Because we ran it only once, it's only going to come from first page. So we've got 10 items which were available in the first Google search. But obviously we want to run it for more time. Now we are going to go into our code 3 block, and this is where we're going to specify. This is where we're going to specify that we want to go and gather more of this. Now this is, so yeah, we are getting all of these results. And right now when we've got the continue loop, and we've got the index which has been properly updated, where the index has to be continue loop false. So this is it, because we're going to set up a loop. It's really important at index because we are setting up a for loop. So it's really important to set these values up, which we could set up with code. After that, we specify if you have to leave the loop or if you don't have to leave the loop. This information we are going to add that with true and false. If you don't have to leave the loop, then you're going to go back and you're going to run that request, and then you're going to start with index 11. As you saw inside the video, we were just running it, and now when we go, we just write our first test just to trigger hi. All of that information goes. We've got one item, we've got 10 items. It's waiting for a certain time to just append it to the Google Sheet. As you could see, then inside the code section, it's gonna go and it's gonna see this is running multiple times, only because we have the if clause, and code 3 is just setting up the index, and it's setting up the should it loop or should it not. And that value is specified by, because we have set up a limit of 10, so it's just waiting how often it has to do it. How many pages do we go out and scrape? So all of that information is then saved properly inside this sheet. As you can see, this is excellent because now you've got LinkedIn. You can just message all of these people weekly. You can message even 20 people on LinkedIn if you've got the premium. We use this a lot. And then I've got ways to populate these emails and also to get their phone number. So if I see that they're interested, I'm just gonna call them. That's the best way that I found out in order to get more leads and customer for your product. And yeah, so that's the super exciting part about all of this. I hope you like this video and you can use it to just get some leads for your business. Effectively on this channel, I'll teach you also more ways to get leads and what has been working for me. So just like and subscribe, because this is the best place where you're gonna learn how to go from 0 to 1 to build your business, to build your startup AI agency. And this is one of the leads. At the end of the day, super important thing that, you know, when it comes to sales and marketing, people forget a lot. At the end of the day, sales marketing is not that complicated. If you want to do sales, you can only do either warm outreach. These are the people that you know. Secondly, cold. These are the people that you do not know. These are cold outreach, cold information that we have gotten. So these are the two ones. Thirdly, you can make content like I'm making this video. This is the third one. Fourth is referral. All of these people who you have gotten, they're going to come back and they're going to become your customer. So at the end of the day, there are very few things. And also when it comes to getting leads, if you're doing outbound, you can do outbound email, outbound LinkedIn messages, outbound phone. Only these three things, nothing more when it comes to trying to get customers who you do not know already. So yeah, that's all part of it. I hope you like it. And like and subscribe and share it with your friends who are also struggling with something similar. And yeah, see you in the next video.